years ago, people with celiac disease would suffer through meals because gluten-free foods were not readily available. So that's how the Gluten Free Expo started, and now there are events across the country providing education, as you do, on gluten-free living. So registered dietitian Kathy Smart is a proponent of immune-boosting gluten-free grains, and you're in town this weekend for the Gluten Free Expo.
Yes, I
so
am.
welcome.
So excited. Thank you so much for having me.
It's great to have you, and this is a topic that is on top of mind for a lot of people, and you know, a lot of people are discovering that they have this ailment.
Yes.
So let's talk a little bit about gluten-free grains, and you know, how tough was it for you, because you were diagnosed however many years ago when you were a child?
When I was 12, I was diagnosed, and now I'm 35. So there was not products, and the products that were available, the bread was like heavy, like, totally.
Yeah.
So having something like a gluten-free expo where people can come and explore and try hundreds of different different gluten-free foods is just, it's like a dream come true.
Yeah, it really is.
You
there
know?
are so many more options. And you know, I think a lot of people are interested in gluten-free living, whether or not they suffer from celiac disease.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so let's talk about some of the grains that you recommend for people, whether they are celiac or not.
For sure. So the first grain that I'm going to be talking about is amaranth. So amaranth is an amazing gluten-free grain, and the reason I love amaranth is in 1 cup of amaranth you get 28 grams of protein.
Oh, wow.
A serving of chicken is only 25, and anyone with a gluten intolerance or with celiac disease, they need to really focus on grains that are high in protein and will boost your immune system. So I love showing people and talking about amaranth.
Amaranth, and how do you have that? Like a rice?
Great question. Just like a rice. You can cook it in your rice cooker. You can cook it in, you know, some almond milk, and you can make it like, eat it like a breakfast cereal.
Delicious.
So easy to do.
Easy. That would be great for vegetarians too. How about this one?
Love this one. So this one is a black quinoa. Big fan of quinoa, and it's cool because there's all kinds of gluten-free quinoa products coming out, and quinoa has an amino acid in it called L-lysine.
Oh, what's that?
It's an amino acid that actually boosts your immune system and fights cold sores. So incredible to use. You can make it like a cereal. You can eat it like a bread. There's so many amazing things you can do with quinoa.
Okay, wonderful.
Delicious.
Yeah, there were some great options, because
really
I think,
is.
you know, initially before the gluten-free craze, it was like you're having rice or you're having lentils.
This is it, exactly. And now people and companies are using these types of great grains even to make products that not only are edible, right, but are good for you.
Or good for you. Okay.
That's so important.
Yeah, that's another thing, because just because it's gluten-free doesn't mean that it's healthy.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's so important to know.
So what are some of your favorites here?
Some of my favorites, this is Bakery on Main granola. Delicious. I love to have this granola on Greek yogurt.
Yeah.
Really, really, really yummy. They're going to be at the Gluten Free Expo.
Okay.
Udis. Love my udis.
Yeah, that's my fave. My fave. Yeah, it's so good.
Especially the millet and chia, because I find it really keeps its consistency. And you can make a sandwich, and if you're gluten-free like you are, it actually stays as a sandwich.
Yes. Which is tricky with gluten-free, because there's no binding properties.
Exactly.
So, yeah, that's great. And you don't have to toast it.
Yay! Exactly.
That could be better. Okay, what else have you selected
We have some
here?
crackers. Crackers used to be something really difficult to find. I remember that, right? Like, I remember having to use baby carrots instead of crackers.
Totally.
So now, these are glutino crackers. Delicious. They have some multigrain crackers coming out. We also have here some Bakery on Main granola bars. Enjoy Life is a really fun brand, and I want to talk a little bit about their chocolate chips, because I love chocolate.
Yeah.
Hello.
Who doesn't?
And it's very, very hard to find gluten-free chocolate chips. So these are yummy.
Give that a little lift here.
Yeah.
Okay, great stuff. Okay, people can find you at the Gluten Free Expo this weekend.
I'm going to be presenting at 1 o'clock. Come, connect. It's the glutenfreeexpo.ca. Get your tickets ahead of time, because it's going to be quite a party.
I think so. It is a popular topic, and it is running Saturday and Sunday between 10 and 4 at the Olympic Oval. Kathy, thank you so much.
Oh, thank you for having me. I can't wait to see you guys.
It's great to have you in Calgary.